everyone. Thank you for saying hello. And now you'll find out why Genius Kids is coming to India. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. You cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. Jim Rohn. These are two quotes by Jim Rohn that I personally feel have helped me build a sustainable business education model within the highly competitive and early education market in the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and associates, when I was invited to speak on building a sustainable education model in early education, I sat down to think of what I would say from this amazing journey that I've had in the last 14 years, where I took an idea, a very simple idea across the dining table of teaching science and public speaking, and have turned it into one of the most successful franchises in early education back in the United States, with today 19 centers. By December 30th, we'll be at 30, and by next year, 50. So I looked up the definition of business sustainability. What is business sustainability? Well, it's often as defined as managing the triple bottom line, a process by which companies manage their financial, social, and environmental risks, obligations, and opportunities. These three impacts are sometimes referred to as profits, people, and planet. However, this approach relies on a very accounting-based perspective and does not fully capture the time element that is inherent within business sustainability. A more robust definition is that business sustainability represents resilience over time. Businesses that can survive shocks because they're intimately connected to healthy economic, social, and environmental systems. These businesses create economic value and contribute to a healthy ecosystem and strong communities. Let me put that in simple layman terms. To operate a sustainable business model in early education, you have to be different, you have to think ahead, and offer something that builds the future. So this brings me to the next question. What is success? Well, for me, as Winston Churchill said, success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm, or as that picture says, never give up attitude. You can defy all the odds. That's one of my favorite pictures, a little mouse. There are lots of them in India, I know. Early education, as we all know, has become the most important foundation for children all over the world. The concept of having children color and play at school until they enter formal school has flown right out of the window. As Bill Gates said, the first 5 years of a child has a lot to do with how the next 80 will turn out to be. So the traditional rote learning style that we refer to as the tota or parrot style has been replaced by technology to include computers, iPads, and iPhones. Today's kids are wandering in diapers and pressing send messages, and it won't be long before infants will be texting one another. Jokes apart, early education is one of the most sustainable businesses because, like food, it has become a necessity. Sustainability is not a choice. It is a way of doing business which can no longer be ignored. The role of business is changing. It is now widely accepted that business has a lot more to do with than just making a profit. It must also drive social and environmental change. There is an expectation that business addresses social and environmental issues through its operations, products, and services, and its unique expertise. So in other words, success is when you listen, when you launch, you deliver, and you learn. So taking a model like Little Genius Kids, we have developed a very sustainable business model to connect with the communities in 3 ways. Marketplace. We educate the parents on the importance of incorporating public speaking and leadership skills in their children by addressing the importance of using these skills to become better citizens. We are now taking a very innovative approach to developing a curriculum that cannot be replicated. Workplace. Our core business is about providing the best work environment to our employees and, of course, our franchisees. We know that if we attract and retain the best people and invest in them, we will deliver the best results to our clients. We pride ourselves on having the best performing teams and want to be a very highly inclusive organization that creates an engaging environment where our people can develop to their full potential. Community. Building on our global commitment to developing a better working world through our programs with our parents and students, we invest in our communities both locally and nationally, supporting children causes and events, building the brand we are today, that future great leaders start at Genius Kids, and that is why we are known as the Harvard of preschools. Our business model is sustainable because it cannot be duplicated. The curriculum and its delivery is specific to our brand. And I personally, over the last 14 years, have developed 3,000 lessons and recorded 4.5 million voices. So I think that's pretty sustainable. With such a foolproof brand, we as entrepreneurs can transform economies, drive innovation, and change communities for generations to come. Our biggest commitment is to consistently deliver quality over quantity, with a commitment and responsibility to manage our operations for a better tomorrow. And this can only come by creating future leaders of the world. Business expansion has to be done slowly and steadily. First you create and develop, then you grow and expand. The beauty of the Little Genius Kid business model is that we started by creating and developing programs in early education for ages 0 to 6 to become a household name. Then we developed additional programs in enrichment learning and after school to capture the next age group, which is ages 6 to 12. Using this philosophy, we grew and expanded our brand, and we are now the fastest growing educational brand in the United States. Parents get hooked to you from age 2 and continue all the way through to grade 6. A very simple philosophy like Subway sandwiches. Get your customer hooked to something that cannot be duplicated, since the recipe is yours. In Subway's case, it is bread. At Genius Kids, it's our curriculum and, of course, our public speaking. In summary, the secret to success in early education is to develop a model that is resilient over time by providing a foolproof program where your customer can only come to you for that service. Make your brand averse to competition by specializing in the service, and once you're robust, then add on complementary programs to the menu. This makes you sustainable in all environments and never forgotten, which is the best free marketing you could ask for. In conclusion, what I consider a sustainable business model in early education is, as Henry Ford once said, a business that makes nothing but money is a poor business. If you work just for money, you'll never make it. But if you love what you do and you always put your customer first, success will be yours. I will end with this short clip which will speak for how and why I feel the Little Genius Kids is a sustainable business model. If you could just play the video clip for me, please. It wasn't this one. I think the most important thing of our curriculum is our public speaking. And that is what I try and emphasize. And I wish we could have had more entries in public speaking. I think there's so much focus done on dancing and singing and painting, and that's all great. But I think going forth, for anything to change in this world, people need to learn to express their thoughts and their views. And you heard some of the kids out here, they're amazing about the topics of how to make the world a better place.
I don't know about you, but I feel this country is sinking. Many of us would like to help, but where does one even begin? It all starts with each one of us showing love, kindness, and compassion. Hi everyone, my name is Simran, and I'm from Planet Dublin. Our country needs help. World would be a better place if chocolate was less fattening. Trillions of dollars in debt. Unemployment at 10%. And the most worrying statistic of all, we still don't have our own cricket team.
We're all about confidence, public speaking, communication, thinking out of the box, and learning to express yourself. We believe at Genius Kids that we do not want to create a cubicle engineer, no offense to Silicon Valley, but we want to create the Steve Jobs.
We have all heard about adoption. All you mums and dads out there, it is better to give a child a loving family than no family at all. Remember, if you ever need a helping hand, you will always find one at the end of each of your arms. But for all you kids out there, adopt a puppy in 2013. You can thank me later. Appreciate life.
Those are our future leaders, and this is what India needs. Thank you.